Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Inko, and we have another Arbalest run for you. More and more these days, I find myself playing the haste half of Vanessa. I think it's just as I keep stumbling into it first, to be honest, but I do think Arbalest is just a rock solid card. It's always very, very powerful. It starts off so strong at silver that it's kind of hard to justify not picking one up if you see any tier of Arbalest in the first like 6 days. It's that strong for that long. And then it does not take a lot of support either to get it to the point where it's going to kill your opponent reliably on the first shot, guaranteed on the second shot, or just have a strong enough supporting board that they just help you finish off on the first shot. Arbalest didn't quite become a one-shot kill machine in this run, but the board as a whole absolutely always finished up when Arbalest started. And with a decently high crit chance, a lot of the time Arbalest did not need any help. I find there are very few cards as good as Arbalest at bailing me out of a bad early game on Vanessa. Mantis Shrimp is great, but on days like 3 through 6, I do not find Mantis Shrimp puts up the same numbers as an Arbalest. And in this run, Arbalest sort of just descended from the heavens and saved the run because the early game was rough to say the least. Anyways, I hope you enjoy seeing Arbalest put this run on its back as much as I did. All right, another day, another Vanessa run, another income start. Let's see what sort of slow nonsense we get sucked into this time. Middle's great. I'm down for shark claws and katanas. Gotta take star chart when I see it.
I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
Oh, you're making me play Lang, aren't you? I don't want to play Lang. It's always bad. It always lets me down. I'm gonna try it. I got it before the first monster fight, but I know it's not good. No chance at Silver Lang either. I know this kills Viper in 20 seconds, but I don't know if buffed Viper kills me in 18 or 21. Look, we're just gonna figure it out the hard way. I can't be bothered doing the math. I'm pretty confident you have 20 seconds against Viper, and if I'm wrong, it'll be very, very funny to lose to Viper. And by very, very funny, I mean heartbreaking and basically kill the run. But I'm fairly confident that it's not less than 20 seconds. It looks like we're just barely in the clear. It looks like I remember correctly. It's damn close, though. Yeah, you have 20 seconds. We're fine. I have, by the look of it, 23 or 24 seconds to kill Viper.
See that plank? Walk it.
Not the thing I was hoping for, to be honest with you. Random medium item where JJ gonna go JJ.
Profit 10.
Catfish is a poison item that can win day 1 on its own. What about a barrel? Catfish barrel, hope for the best. God, I don't want to do that. Oh, I hope the next store has something else. That has been a rough day 1 set of stores so far. Gonna roll for poison, honestly. Thank you. Like, I don't think that is gonna be enough to win. Ayla, I just need a shop to finish off my items. Just like, give me things that actually do something, please. Do I buy Katana Narwhal? It seems crazy. You can't make me. God, this Cutlass has to stop showing up, man. Okay. Grenade Cutlass. These are not the items I want. There is one item on my board that I am happy to have right now, and it is the Catfish. Everything else makes me viscerally unhappy. Not that it affects the general dog water quality of my board, but I probably should have bought Cannonball at the previous store. Microdave, Uzi, Restorative Arc Blaster. That's probably enough to... I don't know. The Uzi runs out of ammo. The GPU has no target. Nice silver GPU on day 1, by the way. That's pretty unfortunate. I think I just crushed this, right? Because the Uzi's out now, and he was barely ahead. Yeah, we're good. We win this. I was worried for a while. I'm still worried, actually. I think I actually barely lose this. It's very close. The heal times out at the same time as the attack, and I lose. Unfortunate. You hate to see it. It's just a god-awful day 1. Like, there's a very real argument that every single item I bought other than Catfish, I should have just not bought anything and accepted a loss, because I'm effectively down 5 gold right now. I'm gonna get a poison item. Sure. It's the only good item on my board. May as well upgrade it. I think I'm going to take regen because there's no one item key it can give me that's going to fix this. and I can't afford 2 items. So this gives me the time I need for Catfish to win a fight. We're not beating a warrior. Period. End of story. So we're gonna go fight Rogue Scrapper instead. Someone in my Discord just posted a screenshot of, what day is that? Day 9. Icy Jabalian Drum, Snowmobile, Triple Yo-Yo, Pickles Launcher. Langshan, you are disgusting, and I'm definitely a little bit jealous right now. Feel like I'm on the other end of the spectrum. Maybe we can catch up with the quality of our run by day 9. Seems unlikely, but hopefully we can get something good together. Anyways, what on earth? Somebody probably thought I said Langshan. No, there's a guy in my Discord with a very similar name. It might be pronounced very differently. I honestly have no idea what the correct pronunciation of either of these is. Lost Crate, huh? I'm not gonna go to aquatic vendors. There are so many aquatic items, it's basically a 4 gold to roll at Andy. Gonna take 8 gold, not even think about that. That fixes the economy. Great, yeah, that's the one shop I was looking for. So does that mean we do double barrel and hope it works? What's the alternative? 4 gold? What's the item I'm looking for? Cove, it can give me economy. Thanks. All right, now that I've got the economy, what else do I want? Wetwear is not very good with these weapons. Mr. Richardson has no haste. I'm gonna take Richardson tentatively for the future and be on my way. I'm not happy about the Richardson pickup. I'm almost certainly losing this Mac. My board is god awful. The best item on my board is still the unhasted 6 poison Catfish. I just can't imagine that the minuscule damage I'm going to do is going to outperform that much poison. Like, how would that ever be the case? Yeah, I've already got 30 poison. This is so over. Oh, it's so bad. I didn't even get him under 100 health. Just bronze shotgun, bronze double barrel is so bad. Cutlass is also fucking terrible. Like, these are, god, these items need help. They don't even need that much help. It's just that, like, all the power for weapons is in Shark Claws and a couple of other items. It's not in these. Do I go B1, B2 and try to go into late game Lang? All right, fine. We have nothing going for us. Let's do late game Lang. Let's commit. You might think, but you've already lost 2 fights. It's fine. There are like 15 more fights to go if I'm going to win. Small items, you say? Well, I'm not winning with the mediums I have. I can't expect to win if I go to that medium vendor. I'm going to take incendiary rounds because it can make a future shot glasses much better. Jellyfish because I'm currently playing a poison build, much to my chagrin. Do I care about anything else I'm seeing? Gonna be honest, I don't really feel like I do. So this is what we've currently got. It's definitely an improvement to the build. Rape shot deals damage. That's the best thing I can say about it. We're gonna leave that one on the table. All right, believe it or not, I do think I beat Ethan right. I know the build's god awful, but with the extra ammo to keep the shield down initially, punching through with Langshan, getting a lot of poison done, I should live for a good long time and eventually kill with poison. I probably overestimated the build a little bit, but I do think the original theory will hold true. Yeah, this last one of the Langshan basically did nothing, but it cleared all the shield and will live for poison to take it down. We did get there eventually. I'm very worried about my pronunciation just now with the phrase to take it down. Hopefully it didn't come out the way I just thought it did. Anyway, rigged. Very, very good. That is at least +4 poison on the Catfish and likely much more than that. Do we go middle or do we take shield? Build is slow and bad. Shield makes a lot of sense. Oh god, what do I even upgrade in this train wreck of a build? I don't even have a last item. Well, looking at what I have currently, I guess it's the Catfish. Double the poison, double the haste. I'm sorry, the Jellyfish. It meaningfully improves my build. It's also scaling Mr. Richardson a little, maybe. I just realized I'm scaling Mr. Richardson with the Jellyfish, which is not what you want to be doing. Anyway, Barcoon, can you help? Looking like a resounding no. I could run Treb over a shotgun. Don't exactly have a lot of fast weapons, do I? No reason to roll. Not going to fit on my board. It's not going to be particularly good.
My fight
I could have believed in exactly Silver Tortuga. Silver Tortuga would have been worth putting on the board. What about Sea Dog Saloon? Would I have been happy with that? Happy is not the right word for Sea Dog Saloon. They have a Silver Shrimp. They have a Toxic Illusory with 3x multicast. They have a Small Julian. Believe it or not, I think I'm favored, especially with the starting shield. Yeah, we've got this guy. And a win in this build, in this economy, unreal.
More plunder.
But seriously, this broad shotgun, bronze grenade, incendiary rounds, missing ammo slot, like the right half of the board's really falling off a little bit. We're not doing the best right now. I'm looking at JJ, not sure what I'm hoping for, but they're a million paths out of this train wreck.
Place, right?
Elemental Depth Charge Yeti Crab is one such path. Takes 12 seconds to do anything, but right now I never do, so fine.
Come back for a refund.
I want both of those. And I definitely don't want this Cutlass. Dart Launcher can poison, Shuriken can do things later. Man, imagine how much better this feels if there's like a Julian in the bank slowly gaining value and there's like a future for the build. At least I have another poison item now. And it's a faster poison item, I guess. Yeah, we've got to drop the shotgun. I don't know why it's still on my board. That's the whole reason we bought Depth Charge. Seaweed's not happening. I can't imagine I care about that. It is an aquatic item to multicast this more. Let's go look for a shot glass. Well, I found the guy that wants the shot glass. Gonna buy him, gonna roll. Cannonball, huh? Second Depth Charge. Is that worth cracking for? Gotta be honest with you, the grenade's really not doing anything. I can sell Grenade Cove. Now, obviously, the Mantis Shrimp's not doing a lot here. I understand and recognize this, but he is giving a multicast to the Depth Charge if nothing else. We'll go Blood Reef Raider. Gunner can be, Gunner, Ammo Stash. Gunner's the basically same skill. No, they're very different. They're very different. They're both ammo skills though. Ammo Stash would be good, especially if I end up doing Shuriken things down the line. Yeah, our build does something now. It's pretty much entirely unrelated to having a Langdon on the board, but it's doing something. And Langdon's opening up a potential pivot into something. My whole build is a bunch of potential pivots. We don't have an actual build is the problem. The Cannonball is interesting because I have the Shurikens already and the incendiary rounds, although Shurikens will need at least one adjacency to do anything most of the time. Do I go Andy? I'm broke as hell. I'm taking a small weapon. Andy can sell exactly only shot glasses that I would be happy about. I think that's just chemical fire. I have so many poison items and a multicast poison burn. I'm gonna work at the docks here to try to fix this economy issue I'm having. Okay, for the first time, I think I can win this fight. The gold elemental depth charge on day 4 is a lot.
I may be young for a captain, but
okay, I'm dead. Cauterizing blade's actually not what I thought it would be. Is it triggered already? It's not triggered already. I might not be dead. I might have a chance here. It's a lot of damage though. I think mine's better. Yeah, we get through. Nice.
Defeat does not defeat me.
If the cauterizing blade had been triggered, is this heavy? What are all, oh, silencer, I say. If the cauterizing blade had been triggered, I think I still would have just barely won that. So good job to the depth charge. B1, B2. Well, about that. Not actually very useful, it seems. Curio's also not looking too hot, if I'm being real with you. Not thrilled about a small aquatic item, but I actually have no use for B1, B2 here, despite being a relatively weak early game. Andy, shot glasses, come on. This shrimp is getting progressively sadder as time goes on. I mean, I can't say no to dive weights. Do I have... Yeah, I have multiple at this point. You care about aquatic items. So the only way for me to get a slow on the dart launcher is to give up a multicast on the Illusory, which I do think comes out to be a net gain. And with a gold shrimp, even though these slows are terrible, we are playing a burn build. I think that we want to do it this way. I don't care about a second ammo and depth charge. The fight's not going to go that long. I don't care about more ammo here or even here. Although there's no reason not to have the extra ammo there, I suppose. We have the dive weights to haste the jellyfish, which is going to buff Mr. Richardson. We have the dive weights to potentially haste the catfish and the depth charge and the shrimp, which is all very, very impactful. Shrimp has synergy, but they're all super important cards. I think the Lang is out at this point. Is there ever a world where I use Silencer? Probably not. Silencer CDR has been nerfed into the ground. Diamond Fangs. I have a gold shrimp already. I want the cash. I don't care. I used to be rather afraid of Mod Squad. Several of his items have been nerfed. First Aiden got bonked and has less CDR now, or sorry, less haste now, because Army Knife is bonked. Bomb Squad is bonked. I don't think Charcoal was. Average gold value here is great though, and we should just be fine. It should be pretty dead after this, right? With how long that lives, do I want the extra ammo? That has more health than my opponent will. And frankly, it seems pretty unlikely that they're gonna live through it. I don't think I want to take another ammo. I'll have to think about it depending on what class my opponent is. I'm happy with a wing, but very confused about where to put it. Gonna take the experience here. It's what I have the star chart for. JJ, what the hell are we doing, man? You have a rowboat, you say? I know that we're not playing the Lang, that's for damn sure. And I think the rowboat's interesting, so I'm picking it up.
Enjoy your purchase.
Oh, hey, Arbalest. Are we just about to completely abandon the old build then? I've got the second shot on Arbalest is the thing. At 7 seconds, we do 14 haste. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I thought we were doing something cooler than Arbalest, but it's not cool is the problem. Like, the whole issue with depth charge is that I don't think it's actually a very strong build. Even if you get everything you need for it to pop off, it's still not very good. Like, if I just cut all the support for the Manta Shrimp doesn't make any sense, right? You'd be better off doing it this way. I think if I'm doing the rowboat stuff, I kind of want it to have extra ammo, but I can't position it this way because then I would just be like charging Mr. Richardson and who cares, right? I really want to charge the dive weights, but that would be at odds with giving extra ammo to this, which is what makes it worth using a rowboat in the first place. And at the end of the day, why are we not just buying an Arbalest? What are we doing? It got me 2 wins, but I'm done clinging to it. It's the wrong call. Get in here, Mr. Arbalest. Now, I still don't have much in the way of slow, making Manta Shrimp kind of bad. I might be better off just charging dive weights repeatedly and having a second shot in the Arbalest. The issue is that I want this to have the jellyfish adjacent to it, so I can't really charge it with a rowboat. So rowboat sitting in the stash and probably just getting left by the wayside, unfortunately. And we're going to bring the shrimp back in with the kind of awful setup for slowing. And this is the build we've got, huh? Not thrilled about it. Do I CDR the Arbalest, the shrimp, the start of combat trigger for rigged, the dive weights? I think it's the dive weights, to be honest with you. It feels like whatever build we're making right now is reliant on dive weights. Having this go off earlier is more time for internals to trigger on the Arbalest. And gold Arbalest on day 5 is very, very strong. Let's give it a shot.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend.
It's a weird way to trigger Arbalest, but it's a good one. What are we looking at here? Model ship, lumbors, icy marbles. Just don't chain freeze the dive weights, please. Ooh, multicast marbles with proboscis, but not much in the way of scaling. Oh, right, yeah. Gold Arbalest on day 5. I was still in the elemental depth charge mindset where I needed to live for many more seconds. This is why we bought the Arbalest. This is why we stopped trying to figure out the rowboat depth charge thing. Arbalest will just hard carry for the next several days. It has multiple shots after that, by the way. It's not done. I definitely go to Colt here. Like, obviously, the docks are good, but Colt has Diamond Arbalest, Gold Dive Weight, which is a massive amount of haste, Gold Dart Launcher, which is more slows, Diamond Mantis Shrimp, and the one I'm missing, the MVP, where is he? Shot Glasses.
I ain't exactly advertising.
I've never played the Boulder. I have no CDR. I do have a ship. That's cool. Still not doing it. Wow. I wish I had 9 gold and 1 experience right now. Andy, can you be nicer to me than Colt was? That was miserable. Clamora for start of combat haste and slow. Well, right now, this isn't actually doing anything compared to a Clamora. Like, it's 1 second faster, but it doesn't have the start of combat trigger, so sure. Should I have considered taking a reload? Probably not. Should I consider buying this ambergris? Probably not. Yeah, okay, I'll be on my way. I do think we're notably stronger than we were, and I do think we kill Infernal no problem. So I'm going to push the experience and gold values here. Because this should just absolutely no issue have dive weights go off and have Arbalest one-shot, just like it did with Pig. It doesn't quite one-shot, but the shrimp will finish him with the burn. Definitely won't Arbalest having more time to scale. Like, the issue is that its first shot is going off way before it finishes getting the scaling off these other haste triggers. It's just the internal cooldown bottleneck that's really holding us down. When you use an ammo item, burn 2. I can just open up Keg as a build. It's 14, 16, 18 burn on top of the Manta Shrimp. Sure.
There are a lot of steps in this staircase.
It's not super exciting, but I think it's good enough. I'm a little bit slow. I might not kill him in one shot with the Arbalest. No, I'll kill him in one shot with the Arbalest. They'll have less health. But Relics is like just really thoroughly not the vendor I'm looking for, man. I'm not going there. Kina, shot glasses. Come on, one time. I don't have space for a Sea Dog Saloon. That's not what this build's about. Hey, look, it's back and worse. Oh, I didn't buy the ambergris. I was really considering buying the ambergris. I was hoping that was in my stash right now. Would have paid for itself. But unfortunately, there is nothing here for me.
You'll go buy a weapon instead.
It is an undefeated Mac. Let's fix that. Let's show him what Life Conduit's weakness is.
Not to squabble with nobody.
I assume when I see undefeated Mac, it was poison starred into Life Conduit. Wow, what a surprise. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm expecting. He's not actually a crazy setup for it. He just has a high rank Life Conduit and a bunch of regen and a Nightshade, which is enough in the early game, but this is the weakness of, yeah, exactly. You're really hoping to dodge the guy who found gold Arbalest when you're playing regen Mac. It's very unfortunate matchup RNG for him. It beats pretty much everything until around day 8 other than one-shot builds. Or like the absolute fastest Shark Claws on days 2 and 3. I don't much care for getting this to Diamond. Like, I'm not going to push for that. I'm much more concerned with the experience. Going from 80 to 100 is nice, but it just, I can't justify doing it over everything else. Not when I have this little gold and experience is so valuable in this game. Barcoon's all right. He obviously can't sell me most of my board, though, and it's against potentially a lot of experience. Hey, that's fine. That's just docks with extra steps. What about crit skills? Is there any way for them to really pop off here? It would still be a very good inexorable at this point. Only if it were at gold, though. Most non-inexorable skills I'm not super thrilled about. I'll go crit skills, then.
Strike hard, strike once.
It's only at 2%. Don't have a vehicle. But after 6 fights, it's better than Kenai, and that's only a couple of days. The crit's really to get me over the hump in the end game, not for right now. Suds has nothing for me. This could potentially be cool with a heal enchant down the line. Unlikely. But maybe it does something, and I don't beat Annex Trooper. That's basically what it comes down to. Rigged is doing a lot of work here, by the way. The fact that Rigged is giving me 8 times 80 damage on the first shot at this thing is not minor right now. It is the reason the build is working. This is a very specific synergy that's letting this build function. We would not be doing enough damage on the first shot without it. JJ, help a man out. Thank you. Thank you. No, I need that one too. I want them both. We'll figure out the rest later. So, we don't need the Mantis Shrimp, and we don't need that. But it is faster than Richardson, so I've actually been losing haste. So we start up combat, haste everything. Our small items get 2 seconds of haste. The Arbalest gets 1 second of haste. We have 3 shot glasses, 7 of these. They all double hit this guy. He's multicasting. It seems like a lot is slow. A lot of haste. We're all in on Arbalest now. That was an insane Andy. I think we are favored to win the run at this point. Like, you can't hit much more support than what we've just found. Incendiary rounds result in 1 less haste here. We're probably going to be internal capped on haste anyway with the jellyfish and the shot glasses. It might be better to run incendiary for tiny amounts of burn, but I don't think it is. I would really like to upgrade the dive weights. That was the main reason for the roll here. I would love to get these things to gold for 1 more second of haste duration to actually haste the Arbalest. Ben's Big Bite, I suppose.
I bet you feel stronger already.
Am I generating anything at start of day? No, there are no generations. No reason to run any of the slow package. No reason to run the shuriken package. We're going into day 8, so we can sell that pretty immediately. And catfish is cool and all. It's getting a lot of haste here. We've added shot glasses and holsters, and we were already killing on the first shot previously. There's no way they're living. So down the line, maybe catfish is better to make sure we finish them off. But right now, absolutely not. They've got their death enchant, but frankly, I'm not even a little bit scared of it. Like, I'm sure you have a sick obsidian orange Julian or something over there. Wait, what? Distorted pufferfish. What year is it? I mean, that's cool. I'm 100% sure it does not matter. Yeah, so even with holsters and the shot glasses, he only went off for like 200 shield in the first shot. 800 overkill. Yeah, we didn't need the poison. But the issue is that the shield scaling on a Silver Richardson actually just kind of sucks, even with great synergy pieces. So I'm not convinced he's worth the board spot, even from a defensive perspective. He's doing relatively little. A-Love, would you like to give me the Diamond Arbalest? No.
Try my weapons, and you might.
I have no scaling for this, and passive items do cost me haste procs. So I don't think there's a reason to use this. Like, I do see that it goes next to this and does a lot of damage, and I can try to bank something cool with shuriken down the line. I just don't think I care. It's a lot of gold for that. It seems highly unlikely to me that we ever use any of this stuff, but I'm willing to hold it. I'm not willing to spend 16 gold to grab a dubious synergy piece. So we could get the haste on Cauterizing Blade. It would basically require me to drop Illusoray Mr. Richardson. I'm just not convinced it's even worth it in the first place, so I'm losing haste triggers. It's also losing 2 holsters procs as well as the 1 proc every time we get a shot glass. I don't think it's worth.
I hope you live long.
Like, this is just an all-in Obsidian Arbalest sort of build, I think. Well, any offensive enchant, Obsidian's obviously the best one. Oh, this only has 1 shot right now. Yeah, I want the gunpowder rather badly then, don't I? I did not realize I only had the 1 shot. I thought I had 2, but I forgot I moved the shot glasses like this. Yeah, we only ever need a 2nd shot for this item. We will never, ever need a 3rd shot. I like it being the start of the build. I like them seeing the Arbalest first, and then seeing everything flip as it goes down, and then dramatically revealing my progressively more obscene amounts of haste at the end of it. Crit items probably is not for me. Kusaragama is a crit item. It's funny how much that changes my opinion of crit items. It's only a 4 gold roll anyway. There he is.
Fine sculpture.
Grumble, grumble. Because the issue is you have stuff like heavy incendiary rounds as a possibility. It's only 4 gold. I don't think there was anything else here I wanted. I'm building up very cool stuff. I just don't see a way to go into it right now. This isn't actually a silver vendor. He has a gold reroll cost. I can't believe I've never noticed that before. To be fair, I've always thought he was a gold vendor for no reason, despite him being silver, so it makes sense I haven't noticed his cost was wrong, because I didn't realize he was actually a silver vendor. Dr. Vortex, would you like to put Neophiliac in the build? So we're getting up to 2,260 damage before it goes off, provided no opposing disruption. And that's damn respectable. It's not quite enough to kill our opponent is the problem that we're facing here. I think it's a pretty easy catfish over Richardson since we're not going to be killing our opponent. Toss Richardson. I don't think Doc shows up on day 8. I believe that's the last day that you can see it as day 7. I always think I've got them backwards though, so I'm not certain I'm right about that. Sterling, what's the upgrade, my man? Oh. Yeah, we can take the catfish out. I've got my head back on straight. Sorry about that. So rather than doing that, we can do this, bring the Koos in, move that over. So now Koos is going to buff the Arbalest and the Shrimp every time shot glasses go off. And more importantly, every time shot glasses go off, it'll buff the Shrimp, which will actually finish my opponent. Unlike this Illusoray trash I've been doing, which is giving me 2 haste procs. Wow. So Illusoray is out. Catfish is out. This is in the waiting room. Yeah, I like the waiting room. That all makes sense. I think the rowboat's the one least likely to enter a build, though. Okay, what the hell was I doing? Sterling. I mean, that's just an easy Koos, right? Because the cannonball staying on board forever. Upgrading dive weights is not insane. The 2 seconds of haste is a lot. I actually think upgrading dive weights matters more here. Dive weights are a little bit harder to find because they don't have the weapon tag. They don't have the tech tag. They don't have tech, do they? No. And, ooh, don't mind if I do. And also, I think the haste is genuinely more important than the slowing right now because we're dealing enough damage with the addition of shrimp that we don't need damage scaling yet. Enchant your leftmost weapon, upgrade your leftmost weapon. I think that taking the diamond upgrade makes the most sense because enchant can be so many completely wasted enchants, right? Every status ailment is a bad hit. It's 20 gold wasted. Whereas this is just 10 gold to buy something worth 16 gold that makes me stronger right now. There's an argument that the shrimp buff is actually better than the Arbalest buff. I'm not hearing it. What I'm hearing is that Arbalest is dope as hell and it deserves it. Sell this in case I'm generating items, forgot about it. I just can't be bothered to care right now. 7 wins. I think that means they're undefeated. Let's put a stop to that.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Palawan.
I'll put an exchange. He's doing it. Well, except for the part where you heal to actually get value off of it. It is a scary Tortuga. You never like seeing that, but I think we'll kill him before he kills us. Yep. 600 overkill before the shrimp goes off, but frankly, there was not much time left for the shrimp to go off. I feel like this is a very fair thing. I played a lot of Vanessa like this towards the start of the season, or like towards the end of season 3, maybe. And I consistently found that, like, while it's good, I'm kind of hoping my opponents aren't too tough when I'm playing this sort of sea shadow pufferfish Tortuga thing. I felt like I needed some sort of high roll secret sauce to really get it to be fast enough to break the game. It can break the game. It can be truly broken, but you have to have a lot to get it there. I guess I'm going to go JJ here.
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
Powderhorn would be better than Cannonball if I didn't have the dive weights. But I have the dive weights, and there's no chance I'm cutting them, so I'm keeping it the way it is. Yeah, that's about right. So I think every item on my board could theoretically make it to the end of the run, right? Clamor is start of combat haste, and I need the haste to start quickly to get through the internal cooldowns in time. It's also slowing quickly for Manta Shrimp and just generally able to single-handedly win fights. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. Arbalest is obviously staying. Koos plus Shrimp is going to finish them off when the Arbalest fails, barring a really good enchant. Jellyfish is doubling the number of haste out of dive weights. This is increasing the number of dive weights haste by quite a lot. It's letting me get a second shot classes. This is start of combat speed and haste triggers. I think all of this is basically ideal. I can see this part shifting around. Fiery enchant, you say. The shield enchant is kind of tempting, but it's so slow that, like, if it goes off, we're already trying to kill on that hit anyway. And since I have another great weapon to potentially target with Obsidian down the line, it's not even like a safe or a better enchant thing. It's just like, oh, if you get Obsidian, you put it on Manta Shrimp now. It's slightly suboptimal. Who cares? Now, middle is unfortunately not a very good shop. I could YOLO transform a fish. I'll just take a small burn out of it. Could be a shrimp. No use for pesky Pete. I think I would like to have a big ego today. Could you give me basically infinite sustain? It's not infinite sustain. It's just I'm unkillable at exactly 8 seconds when all my items are triggering. I go back to full health. It's sort of like Jank Fiery Rebirth. We're still doing a lot of damage, and we do have a second volley, and the dive weights make it get here a lot faster since we got them to gold. I haven't had anyone live long enough to really get a feel for how much sustained damage I have. With them dying before Shrimp goes off in the fiery enchant, I think we're like good enough to kill people on day 13 with what we currently have. So I would like to push experience and get the health.
Now this is how you win a
Vanessa
war.
skills, slow skills, weapon skills. We're up to 12% credit. It's finally matched Key and I. Aquatic cooldown's a big deal. It makes dive weights faster. Between that, upgrading an exorable, I think Old Zane is still the best pick. Stunning Strike is nice, but I think we want to do better. Frontline Logistics is really not for this sort of build. It's very much for like the Shuriken sort of build that we're not able to justify transitioning into. We have no rapid firing weapons. We're going to roll here. Upgrade an exorable, which is not exactly the best, but it's what we're going to be doing. Day 9's a bit late to be buying an exorables, but oh well. And I'm happy to take 220 health there. It is a pig who has died. You hate to see it. I am ready to get Crusher Clawed. Sign me up, Chief. Put me in, coach. Come on. Oh, wow. It's not Crusher Claw. Toxic at Ladle. Balcony. Oh, you have to wait 8 seconds for the gem going off. That's not going to work out well for him. Big ego might let him live. He has 4,500 health thanks to the gem. Nope, not enough. Dead before the gem resolves. When it did resolve, he would have a 300 damage guaranteed crit lifesteal at Ladle. So it's good that we killed him since he just picked up big ego, unlike us. If he had any more cooldown reduction at all, I think I might have lost. Also, was that you, Clamra? Oh, it wasn't Clamra. Well, I guess it has to have been Clamra, right? Yeah, nothing else is targeting my opponent's board. I said it earlier, Clamra will single-handedly win fights. I think it might have single-handedly won that one. It's possible that all that damage would have slipped in between Ladle yo-yo triggers, but it's also very possible it wouldn't have. That was probably Clamra carry right there. See a fight, click a fight. I don't need to think about it much harder than that. Sadly, Arbalest is not a large item, so Juggler can't be used here. Really, it's just experience, but I'm very happy to be taking extra experience. What's your crit chance up to? Not much. But extra fights are very good with the golden and exorable. That's very, very good. Oh, what do I think about this? What can I do with that? Get a lot of slows out of it. Dive weights, I think. That's kind of it. Well, that's less exciting than I thought it would be. Let me check holsters real quick. Holsters at the start of the fight slow all enemy small items for 2 seconds. I feel like most of the scariest builds are not scary because of small items, but a lot of scary builds do have very important small items: excavation tools and life conduit, shot glasses, and any Vanessa. Pig's largely going to be unaffected by me taking holsters, unless they're a Jabalian drum or 28-hour fitness build, in which case they're built around fast small items, and good God, is that useful against that. Yeah, the most powerful thing Pig is doing is not actually silk stuff. It's like 3-second kill, 28-hour fitness nonsense. So yeah, slow all the smalls at the start every time. Also, obviously the shrimp is a fan of this, but I do think in the long run you would get more slows in most fights out of dive weights. But this happening at the start against any sort of weapon Pig is super valuable to me. I think I'm going to YOLO transform Pesky Pete, but before I do, let's go to Lure the Waste. He might drop me a gold obsidian item, which would obviously be better, or a gold toxic item. He also might give me triple crit damage, which would be very funny. Yeah, it's pretty good when it crits. It's still one-shotting him when it doesn't, but if we can get that crit chance a little bit higher, I'd be very happy about it. I'm going to transform this, see what we hit. No thanks. Bring that back in, and very graciously pick up 4% CDR. Gunpowder, you say? Well, I'm taking the gunpowder. We'll figure out why in a second. The answer is probably... You know, at this point, we're almost able to justify cutting Cannonball. I'm not going to, because keeping Cannonball is getting more uses out of dive weight still. But I can just gunpowder the shot glasses and remove the Cannonball for a different item, which gets me another haste and slow trigger. The issue is like, and then what? Why should I care? It's really weird, because if I want to drop Cannonball, I put it on shot glasses, but if I don't want to drop Cannonball, I put it on dive weights. What crit item do I actually care about? Because I'm perfectly happy to just go take chocolate bars here. We're obviously never using any of this. I'll keep the catfish. It's the one... No, I'll keep the Illusoray. It's the one most likely to get run, actually. So if I were to run Illusoray, it goes in like that. And we do lose 2 cast off of this, but we do sort of get 2 of the 4 haste back off of the Illusoray. We get slows, which the Mantis Shrimp likes. In the end, we're down to 2 haste procs, and we get 1 of them back because there's another active item for shot glass. But in terms of the 2-second haste durations that are actually being thrown out to our board, I think that's what matters the most. Cannonball, you survive another day. I think this is just very important for a potential second volley against some sort of raid boss pig. Anyway, crit skills, Koos upgrade, sure.
I am Rovoid.
Thanks. He's been very good about showing me Koos in the front row. Aimbot's been very good about showing me the Koos on the front page, but I swear to God, there's a lot of crit items in Vanessa. It's been pretty lucky. Anyway, I'll be on my way. There's nothing else I want from that man. Vanessa versus Aerodrome. Shield is nice. Aerodrome can be anything, but Ayla is probably the best store for me because of, you know, Mana Shrimp upgrades. Genuinely, I'm just going to take Relax. Being sure that someone doesn't get under me and blow me up before I kill them is very important. I feel favored into Vanessa's. Almost every Vanessa is some sort of shot glasses Vanessa.
You should know.
This cripples them. I have heavy holsters. Dive weight shot glasses? Shame they're going off 2 seconds later than they should, buddy. Like, I cannot overstate how much that startup time advantage helps me. Their build basically just didn't activate in time because of that. I wonder how that looks if they start up on time. They didn't have any scaling, so I think we win that. The dive weight's going off faster, this scaling so much quicker. I don't know that I lose that without holsters, but here's the thing. When those items activate, my board is slowed forever. I actually think because of the heavy enchant on Shipwreck, I might have lost this without the holsters. It's kind of wild. It was massively impactful here because my whole board is slowed as soon as he starts activating forever. So the second volley basically was never going to come. He has scaling shield value on Richardson, and I think I might have lost that without heavy holsters. That absolutely carried that. It's close, but between Richardson and the Obsidian Catfish, I think I would have failed. Tox Clocks, Dive Weights upgrade, Shot Glasses upgrade, seems worth. Catfish is not on my board. In fact, he's not even in my stash anymore. Tropical items, a lot of health. Gotta take that. Fine. I don't like you being on my board and that silver, but it's not very good. Temp health versus, there are no medium items I won't, huh? Temp health it is. I wonder if 500 health is still better than 25 damage. It's gotta be. I don't have very many actual damage sources here. I don't ever shield. So Volcus Enforcer is a lot worse than it otherwise would be. I'm gonna go Volcus. I think I want to try to pick up Cryomancy. Is that what it's called? Cryo Mastery or Reaching the Summit. Those are both very good skills. I'm very confident that I'm gonna one-shot him on the first Arbalest activation. Well, hopefully we can also do it on the first Shrimp activation because Arbalest has been frozen for an entire year. It does look like we're gonna have to wait for the Arbalest activation, but actually it somehow still finished before the Cryosphere went off. Good job, team. I guess because we stopped the stopwatch, that probably helped a little bit. Can't really imagine what I'm using that for. It's a very cool item, but it's so wholly divorced from what I'm doing. Anyway, we're obviously upgrading and not taking your gold skill, but again, kind of in a weird spot. I think I just upgrade Mantis Shrimp, like it's just so much more damage. There's an argument to upgrading this for more haste, but I think it probably already does enough haste. It's unclear to me. Upgrading this makes it easier to drop Cannonball, but I don't want to drop Cannonball. Upgrading this gives me another 2 haste procs, but again, I think it's enough. With Fiery Enchant Gold Shrimp, I think I do enough already. I'm going to take the haste upgrade.
Work is for the glory of Samaska. So, tell us.
Andy, can you give me the other one?
Just taking the first step
Nothing.
toward good taste.
Nada. Am I ever going to run that thing? Am I ever going to run this? God, no. I'll take the Illusoray. I can't imagine what twisted world we have to end up in where I like find Obsidian, Diamond, Mantis Shrimp, and cut Fiery Arbalest, where Illusoray somehow gets back on the board, but in case we do. Midsworth, aka Expensive Andy with bad stock. Well, talk shit all I want. He's still selling me cannonballs, which I greatly appreciate. Unironically glad to have it. Sell the regen. It is a 8-win dually, just like myself. Losing later, though. Happy to hear it.
Go ahead.
I think, barring Dualtron, very few dualies are killing me fast enough. And 3D printer dupe. Tanky, Anki, Dianosaur, Turbo Dinosaur. 7.7 seconds. Only destroying small items. This should be a guaranteed win. Yep, that's exactly how I expected. Oh, wait, maybe not. We actually needed the second shot that fight. I think Unwavering just gave him so many shield procs and half so many of the burn ticks that it did not kill him nearly as fast as I was expecting. Like, I knew Tanky Anki was going to slow me down. 4.2k shield, huh? Tanky Anki did more shielding than I was expecting, to be sure. Arbalest doing God's work, barely managed to close that out. What was the item destruction? I didn't quite catch it. I saw it was on the right side of my board and breathe the sigh of relief, but I think it hit something that might have been fairly important. I don't know how eating the cannonball would have worked if it did. Okay, I still had an ammo in the second use of shot glasses. How close to dead was I? Literally milliseconds. I was very close to dead because, yeah, that's, there's no crit chance, but still terrifying. We managed to make it through, though. A little bit tougher than I thought on a kind of tanky-anky into what is apparently a burn build. No one's been durable enough for me to notice before now. Andy, please, my guy. Upgrade my items.
Mine is highly concentrated.
A little bit of regen. I wonder if the extra health actually impacted the result of that fight. Well, shot glasses being upgraded is a big deal because now I don't have to give up the gunpowder to put something else in. This is slow 2 items in 4 seconds. So at this point, I think I'm willing to bring in the dart launcher for 2 slows on a 4-second cooldown. Faster, really, because of rigged and this, so it'll be going off in under 2 seconds. It gives me another active item for the shot glasses. It lets me do the aquatic sandwich to get the dive weights down to 5.6 seconds. I think the cannonball might be out. I'll see how it feels in my PvE. But I am very happy to pick up that upgrade. I'm just happy to go defense. Anything to make me more durable, make sure I don't get blown up before I can actually trigger the Arbalest. 1 experience is not the difference in a level up, so I'll be going to Lord of the Waste. I won't double crit damage. I won't clockwork blades. Dive weight, shot glasses, pendulum is actually really funny and might even be very good.
To be a dervish is to be free.
Yeah, that was, I think, actually notably better on the first shot because the dive weights are going off sooner. Recap, 5.4k. Was that non-crit? There's no that was non-crit. It had to have been crit, right? We're at 40% these days. Yeah, that was a crit. Thank God. If that was a non-crit, I was like, oh shit, our build's cracked. That's completely unacceptable damage. No, people can live through that, unfortunately. Ammo skills versus diamond skills. Ammo skills is a relatively narrow pool, but aside from like specifically very high tier gunner, not a lot is happening there that I care about. I feel like I'm really only excited for diamond gunner here. Even gold gunner is not exciting. Silver is a low roll for a skill today. I think if I only care about the high tier version, I should just be going to Adira anyway. I have no healing, but what if I did? I'm a 1 restorative enchant from start of combat, haste all items from 4 seconds. I'm a 1 fast small item from doing it as well. That doesn't really exist for Vanessa, right? I would want something at most 4 seconds, which I can't really imagine finding. I'm sad there's not a way to make righty-tighty specifically funnel onto shot glasses here. I'd have to cut this, this, and this. I don't want to cut the clamor. That's the main thing. I think cutting clamor is a big mistake. Healthy Jolt is so cool. It's really, really strong. I'm not going to get to level 19 in this run, though. So I'm not going to get a second enchant from that. And that means I basically have to die, which requires me to lose twice in a row and then get specifically lucky. Just roll for a better skill. Don't be crazy. Oh. Wait, actually, this is still good. When you crit your poison scales and you crit your heal scales. I was disappointed in crashing waves, but actually I have like enough aquatic items. This is going to guaranteed haste all my weapons at least a little bit, which makes the second volley notably faster. And then I'm going to upgrade rigged. Thanks for cooperating, game. All right. I may have snap clicked Grandmaster for the memes a little bit too fast. I might have overeaten a coconut there, but oh well.
Not war.
When you slow, there's no space for an Oni Mask. Oni Mask is great. Not on this board. We're doing Arbalest things. I feel pretty confident with the upgrade to gold rigged that we're going to claim a win here. I'm very happy with the state of our board. It is a 9-win pig with his death enchant. What?
Captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Isn't it day 11? It's day 12. Okay, so he went 9-0 and then lost twice back to back. Dragonheart Obsidian Matchbox, 12k health with a toxic 2.5k silk. That's horrifying. I don't think I can survive that. Yeah.
No hard feelings, right?
Dude's playing 3 different builds. Dude's health stacking, silk scaling, obsidian, dragonhearting. What on earth? How did you lose days 10 and 11? What happened? I think I was actually relatively close to killing him, by the way. That last hit came in right before the second shot of the Arbalest. I do want to see how close that was. A lot of health coming from this on 2.1k. So at the end of this, we have a 44% crit chance on a... Oh, we were nowhere near killing. It wasn't even close. Did this just crit or something? Yeah, it got a crit on one of the uses of the silk, which was being charged by Speedrunner very effectively, I guess. Ah, when you burn, charge a shield item, void energy. Yeah, that seems like a powerful synergy piece. I wonder if I'm able to kill him without void energy, because this is 4 seconds to charge into Silk Scarf. It's the reason I'm taking poison as early as I am. It's speeding up the matchbox. Dude hit some kind of crazy pieces in this build. It's wild that he's not already out on 10 wins, since apparently he was on course for Diamond victory before then. Because there's no other way for him to be dead other than losing on like 2 of the 3 days of 9, 10, and 11. That's why I say he was on course for Diamond victory. Kind of a wild board. No shame in losing to that. Just wish I hadn't seen it, that's all. Gonna push experience here. I'm not gonna go to Hero Merchant. Ayla for a chance at upgrades. I think that's more valuable than the tiny bit of health. Maybe it's not. It's hard to say. I think Diamond Mantis Shrimp is more important than 150 health at this point in the game. Gold tier ammo item has multiple hits and the potential to dupe dive weights. Fine. I know it's wrong, but I'll take the gamble. No inventory space. Womp womp. Anyway, unsurprisingly, it wasn't good and I should have taken the loot item, but hey, the loot item can suck too. I'll take Lord Arkan. That is a lot of procs of shield, a couple of procs on Unwavering. Both of these really improve the build. What about the Eclipse? What if you just get to half health and then used all your items? I don't think it one-shots. I think the Eclipse going off would not actually be enough guaranteed to kill my opponent. Because I'm internal cooldown capped. Like, that's the issue. I probably have a backlog that I have to get through anyway. So using this a second time likely wouldn't get great scaling from it in the first place. Curio, you can do some insane things here. You can also do nothing. I'm not going to judge you if you choose to fuck around and waste my time, but I will be very disappointed. I guess I should have gotten poison upgrade. Oh, that second page is beautiful. So my fastest weapon is the dart launcher, which is on my board. And now the stuff that actually matters, the slow buff and the haste buff. Do I want the haste buff? I already have 3 seconds of haste. I want it on the shot glasses then. That is 1 second of haste board wide. And then we take the slow buff. Put that on the holsters, actually. Yes. Now is an additional second of slow into my opponent's boards. And we actually have more buffs here to buy. We're just buying the entire second page, actually. Move this back over. If I have the cash to do it, not doing it seems wrong. Toss, and move this back where it goes. The haste and slow buffs there are both pretty tremendous. I'm going to keep pushing my health. Oh, we're done with the day already. It is a 6-win Mac on Death's Door. Again, I feel massively favored. My main concern is that the heavy holsters do a lot of heavy lifting, and this guy's board might simply not care about small items. Soulstone Sapphire, he doesn't care about small items. On the other hand, though, his build kind of looks like dog shit as well. Like, this doesn't do anything. So I think we'll be just fine. Yeah, even with, like, the build just ceasing after the Arbalest shot and having to wait a long time for the shrimp to go off, we still easily kill him, would have lived long enough to get the second Arbalest shot. Just absolutely bodied this man. It's not like the cleanest Arbalest build I've ever seen, but I think that buffed heavy holsters, gold rigged shot glasses with plus haste, like, I think this is sort of how I want the late game to look sometimes. Like, this build's obviously cracked. It's got gold rigged. It's got heavy holsters with bonus slow, bonus haste on shot glasses, crazy double haste triggering and hasting the old board here. When I'm using these aquatic items, I'm guaranteeing haste onto all these weapons. I'm getting double scaling on Coos. I got the shrimp and the Arbalest. Crazy things are happening here. This is an incredibly strong build, but it's not an infinite loop. It's not instantaneous start of combat, kill your opponent. I think this is the sort of build I'm always hoping the late game will play like, and then I match into like just nonsense high rolls that they kind of stretch the game to the limit of what it's able to do in terms of builds. Like the pig I lost to, that's the kind of pig I want to lose to. I don't want to just lose to a fort pig that has every cooldown increased by 5 seconds and then one-shots me at 13 seconds. It's like such a boring way for the game to become in the late game. That sort of stuff in the high rolls where builds are just insanely fast. I guess my build is getting close to insanely fast, right? Like, watching this back, how long was this fight really? Because at this point, the fight's over. I don't need to activate any more items for the fight to end. It's already been finished. The shrimp's just siling on him. How long did that take before we triggered the frozen flame? I was talking, I meant to count it. Let's count it. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1. Yeah. Yeah. About 5.5 seconds. So I don't know. On the one hand, this feels like it's the ideal of how I want the game to work. And then on the other hand, it's like we have holsters, turbo shot glasses, well, rocket boot shot glasses, and gold rig. So my board is hasted forever. And what should have been an 8.6 second kill ends up being a 5.5 second kill. I don't know. I'm torn. It's a good Arbalest build. I'm happy with it. It's closer to what I want the late game to look like than infinite combos with palanquins and pendulums. And it's exactly what I expect when I sit down to play Vanessa, just some deranged combination of cards involving the words slow and haste. It doesn't even necessarily need the shot glasses. Like, obviously these are incredible. It's the reason I can make use of the Manta Strip and the Goose. But that, like, honestly, in this build, I don't think I needed these in most of my fights. I think this is just here for the haste half. And there are a couple of other much worse ways of getting haste that I could have been using, such as Water Wheel. I'm happy to see Arbalest doing well every time I can get it. Arbalest always feels like it's a little bit finicky to get online and use. And every time I don't buy Arbalest later in the run, I'm like, man, I should have bought the Arbalest. It would have been sick. In this case, I'm real glad I bought the Arbalest and pivoted out of depth charge. The opening couple of days on this run were very, very rough. And Exeter eventually got up to 52% crit, gold rigged. Crashing waves in an Arbalest build is obviously not bad either. Obviously, you can do better, but you really can't go into Vanessa expecting to do much more than this. This is the sort of meta you find yourself in at the end of Season 4, where it's the haste and slow stuff that's dominating, and it's not particularly close for any other archetype. There were a couple of poison builds I put down. That one guy that high rolled with heavy shipwreck might actually have beat me were it not for the heavy holsters high roll. This was just randomly offered to me. This was just a thing on an hour event. I didn't choose this in yet. So yeah, that definitely put the build over the top. I think before heavy holsters, I wasn't confident in going 10 wins. And then when we did match into pig, of course we matched into like, not really a silk pig, but kind of a silk pig. To be honest, I don't really know if I would have beaten those sorts of pigs, and I'm gonna stop wondering about it. Stop wasting your time waffling on it and wrap up the video. Thank you for your time. If you made it this far, I do really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.